This is a demonstration on how to use the POMP website. The website contains a wealth of information to assist state and area agencies on aging to collect performance measurement data on OAA-funded services. Now I'll show you how to navigate the website and use its resources. By clicking on the first tab, use Access the POMP Toolkit that contains guidelines on selecting the service for your survey, planning the survey, collecting data, analyzing data, and reporting results. The toolkit also includes validated survey instruments. Survey instruments can be accessed in the toolkit or by clicking on the next tab called Instruments. Instruments page contains tested and validated survey instruments for 5 services and 4 cross-cutting modules in telephone and mail versions. This page is a utilities page that contains downloadable data entry and report generating tools to store the collected data, as well as a downloadable sample size calculator. This page is a resources page that contains links to reports prepared under the POMP project. It takes users to organizations that provide resources for professionals working with older persons. Now take a moment and look inside the toolkit. This contains the table of contents for the toolkit. The user is able to scroll to the Design chapter heading and click it to access it. Complete toolkit in PDF format to download a copy of the toolkit. Open the link to the PDF version of the toolkit. You can print and save a copy. Look to the table of contents for a moment and scroll down to Appendix A. Appendix A contains validated survey instruments and mail and telephone versions. The Instruments page contains links to the service-specific survey instruments as well as links to the cross-cutting modules. Cross-cutting modules are additional services, demographics, physical functioning and health, and emotional functioning. First page of the Caregiver Services instrument. Now let's turn back to the Utilities page. This page has 2 types of downloadable utilities. The first is a sample size calculator. Agencies are unable to conduct surveys of all of the clients that receive a particular service. For instance, an agency may have 1,000 home-delivered meals clients. It would be costly and time-consuming to survey all of them. This size calculator generates a statistically sound sample size. Let's look at the sample size calculator page on the website. Here are definitions of the statistics that need entering into the sample size calculator to obtain accurate size of your sample. Definitions of confidence level, population size, margin of error, response rate, and population proportion. Let's look at a demonstration of the sample size calculator. Say we have a population size of 1,000. The other statistics are pre-populated, but you can change them. Now click on the button that says Calculate the Sample Size. Now sample size of 555 with a 95% confidence level. Say we want to determine the sample size with a 90% confidence level. Click on next to the 90% and click on Calculate Sample Size. We get a sample size of 426. That means if you have 1,000 home-delivered meal clients, you would need to survey 426 of them. Now back to the Utilities page. The page also contains a link to the data entry utilities. These serve as the data entry application, data storage facility, and data analysis tool for collected survey data. For each service-specific surveys, there's a separate database available for download. The database includes fields for the appropriate cross-cutting modules in addition to the service-specific survey. Utilities are in Microsoft Access. The Enter Utilities page has a link to the Database User's Guide, which includes instructions for downloading the databases and getting started entering data. The use also includes instructions for generating pivot tables, which allow you to summarize data. To look at one of the databases. All databases have a login form. Enter initials or an entire up to 5 characters in length. Enter the agency, the state from the drop-down menu. Office use only page. This is the logbook where you enter the service recipient's ID and the agency. Then we go to field transportation. We are on the entry page for the transportation survey instrument. As you can see, the client ID number and date are pre-populated. In the review box, indicate whether this was a mail or telephone survey. Each on the questionnaire has a data field and a drop-down box with the response options. Use the drop-down box to enter the appropriate response for each item. Every field needs to be completed before users are to save the entered data. Analysis page. The resources page contains the results of a study that modeled risk factors for nursing home entry using administrative data for AAAs and state units conducted under the POMP project. The link below the page takes you to reports of surveys conducted by the POMP grantees. At the bottom of the page are links to AOA's research briefs, which contains links to the Administration on Aging and other agencies that provide data on older Americans, as well as resources for professionals who work with older persons. This is the overview of the website. Thank you for your time.